Lee Summit is your destination for big city vibes and small town charm.
Head to the downtown Lee Summit Farmers Market, where local meets fresh. Then grab a cup of coffee and discover a variety of shops and boutiques just around the corner. Continue the fun in downtown Lee Summit at a retro arcade bar. Discover your new beer at one of our 6 locally owned breweries. Cool off with some handcrafted cocktails at happy hour. End the night with live music and good company. Lee Summit, Missouri.
Hello, Lee Summit. Here's your flash briefing for the week of June 24th. Fourth Friday's Art Walk is this Friday, June 28th in downtown Lee Summit from 5 to 8 p.m. The Art Walk will feature over a dozen artist pop-ups and showcases outside and inside downtown businesses. Enjoy the music in the park at Howard Station Park at 6:30 p.m. with a performance by Main Street Mojo. For more information, go to downtownls.org. Become more involved in your community. The city's Wellness Commission is recruiting members. The commission advises and recommends to City Council plans, programs, and projects that improve the health and well-being of residents. Apply today at cityofls.net. The Legacy Park Amphitheater has 2 scheduled concerts this upcoming weekend. On Friday night, join artist Julian Vaughn for a night of jazz, and Saturday night, The Red, a Taylor Swift tribute concert, will take place. Sing and dance the night away. Purchase tickets today at rocktheamp.net. And mark your calendars for Legacy Park on July 3rd from 6 to 9 p.m. at Legacy Park. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the fireworks show begins at 9:30 p.m. Tune in to 94.9 KCMO during the show for music choreographed to the fireworks. Concessions, food trucks, and more will be at the sports venue surrounding Legacy Park before the show. Be sure to arrive early to join in on the fun. Learn more at lsparks.net. Thanks for listening and have a great week.
I'm Assistant Chief Jim Eden.
And I'm Battalion Chief Ben Hicks.
And today we're at Lee Summit Fire Station 3. Fire Station 3 was part of the 2016 no tax increase general obligation bond for public safety initiatives. The station was built and occupied in August of 2020. Unfortunately, due to the pandemic, we've not been able to give tours or have an actual ribbon cutting. So we want to invite you in today to give you the opportunity to see what goes on within a Lee Summit Fire Department station.
Let's go take a tour. This is our admin side of the facility. We use this side mainly for offices. We have a lot of work during the day, whether it's training or doing reports or just generally taking care of the shift that we need to do. At this particular station, Station 3, we do have an assistant chief that works out of here. That person has their own office where they need to manage what's going on throughout the day with the shift and staffing, and as well as running calls out of here. The captain has their own office as well. What the captain does is at this specific station is in charge of both the fire truck that's here as well as the ambulance. And so with all those personnel responsibilities as well as running calls and reports, that's where they work out of. And generally for the rest of the crew, which is somewhere around 5 to 6 individuals, we have rooms to write reports, and we have additional training rooms and other rooms where people can work. Walking into our living area, I think it's important to recognize that we work 48-hour shifts. So in the evenings, after 5 o'clock, after work is done, we may have the opportunity to catch a game or something else as long as we're not running calls. And this gives us the opportunity to do that. When we go into our kitchen, I think this gives you a great reason to know why we go to the grocery store. When you see fire trucks at the grocery store, what we're doing. Well, so for 2 days working for 48 hours, we buy all our meals at the grocery store, and then we come in here and cook. Just like you guys do at home. So everybody has their own fridge on each shift as well as their own pantry, and then we cook those meals here. Going into the sleeping side of things, we've got a couple different things that are significant. We have our own laundry room, which again is important when we're here for 48 hours. The opportunity to wash and clean our clothes and bedding is very important for hygiene. And walking into where our beds are, we keep the kind of sleeping quarters over on one side of the building. It gives us both easy access out to where our fire apparatus are, as well as kind of keeping it a little bit quieter for those people that have been up all night running calls. We have 11 bedrooms here at this station, and the reason we built it with so many bedrooms is we want to give ourselves as a city the opportunity to expand. So if we need to put another apparatus here or numerous other people working at this station, that's already in place as far as infrastructure goes, and we don't need to go back and try to make it bigger or better, and that's really important for us, especially because the old station was so small. Back out on the apparatus floor, we had doors facilitated as many places as possible, so that way when we're sleeping at night and a call comes out, we can make our way out fairly quickly to get out onto the truck if we need to and run a call. On the other side of the station, we kind of have other stuff that we may want to keep separated if we want to. Physical fitness is very important to us as firefighters. So in order to better ourselves and make sure we're as healthy as we can to do this job, we have our own gym facility here that we kind of go throughout the day when we can and get an opportunity to come in and work out. Our goal when we run calls, when we get back to the station after calls, our goal is to get ready to go back as soon as we can to run another call. So we have the opportunity or capability here to fill up our air tanks. You see firefighters wear the big air tanks on their backs and they use those in a fire. We can come back and fill those up and make sure that we're ready to go again when we're wanting to go run another call. We have our own workshop here. We work on a lot of our tools and making sure that everything's clean and operational, and this gives us the capability to do that, again, to make sure that we have everything we need and we're as capable as we can be running calls throughout the city. Cancer prevention is very important in the fire service right now. Because of that, we have an extractor machine, and what this does is gives us the capability when we come back from a fire, we can put our bunker gear into this machine and get all that really nasty crud off of our gear. Again, kind of getting back to that cancer prevention mode, allowing us to be as clean as we possibly can for the next call. Finally is our bunker gear room. We each have our own individual locker. This gives us the opportunity to store our gear when we're not here working in between shifts, as well as keep a clean extra set on here in case we do run a fire and we need to clean our current gear. Typically, this is where your day starts off at the fire station. You come in and get your gear and put it on wherever you're working that day, and then you end the same way, bring your stuff back to your locker to go home after working. This is Med 3. This ambulance just currently moved into the station from Station 7. Station 3, since we've had it built, has turned into one of our busiest stations in the city. Therefore, we wanted to provide the best care in the closest unit as we could. So we moved one of our ambulances up, and this became Med 3 for this particular instance. Out of this station, we also have Pumper 3. And that's a fire apparatus that they utilize to run the calls on this west end of the city. The last vehicle that you see is the chief's vehicle. We have two shift chiefs on shift every day, and they split the city. And this chief running out of this station typically covers the west and south area of the city, while our chief of Station 2 covers kind of that northeast section of our city, and they divide it up evenly.
Thank you for going on a tour with us today. If you have any other questions about the Lee's Summit Fire Department, please go to our webpage at lsfire.net or follow us on Facebook at Lee's Summit Fire Department.
Thanks for joining us on the tour.
This month's Council Member Spotlight is all about Mayor Bill Baird. Check it out.
I have always volunteered in the community and I was always really involved, but then I ran for school board. Whenever I got done with my term, I just felt like I had more to give. It's always been my goal from day one is to get everyone in the community connected and working together, and I always called it a spirit of community. Well, Mayor's 24/7 and I have a job. I've had to work really hard at compartmentalizing, is what I call it. So during this time, I'm going to do work. During this time, I'm going to be mayor, even though I can get a call at any moment about mayor stuff. And so I've had to even work that much harder at setting aside time for myself or for family. So I like to exercise, I like to work out. Hillary's my wife. She actually goes to work out with me as well. And we do like to go downtown to the shops. We make sure we maximize our time together. I mean, I've got 2 kids as well, and we spend a lot of time with them, or whatever time they will give us these days. And I have a dog. I think most people kind of know me know I have to have a dog. We have so much development going on, and we're growing fairly quickly, so we have a lot of infrastructure needs, and sometimes we have gaps in infrastructure, and we've always managed to get by, but with this kind of growth, we're really having to be creative and look at our options and just have a good plan for water, sewer, roads, and more. If we want to grow the most healthy way, we need a diverse economy. We do have a lot of retail that's opened up here, and there's been new construction for retail. We really need to focus in the future on bringing some, well-paying jobs here, good, strong employers that want to be located in this incredible community of now 101,000 people. A lot of our workforce does commute to work still, so they leave Lee Summit to go to work, and it'd be nice if we could keep some of those citizens right here in our community. The times I feel most proud are actually when I'm in the community and I see the community come together.
We have Buddy in the house. Mr. Mayor!
The tree lighting is always very fun. I always feel very proud. It's just a great warm feeling. The same thing goes for when the council will do something and we come together and make a good decision together. There's been a few of those that you go home feeling like a winner. And one of them was when we put together the downtown farmers market, when we bought the land, and it became real, all that hard work. But also the Diversity and Inclusion Commission, that was months and months of discussions and conversations that were really hard to have, and we went ahead and moved forward and as a council all together, and I was very, very proud of that. And there are a few things that the citizens have done that have really helped us tremendously. First, in the middle of a pandemic, they passed a use tax, which is a way for us to collect sales tax whenever someone purchases online. That helps shore up our revenues so that we can continue to provide as high quality services that our city provides. And it helps us take care of our employees, it helps us with our public safety and more. So I can't be more thankful to the citizens for that. Lee Summit has the opportunity to have a major impact on the economy in the Kansas City area. We already, as an economy, are rolling along with such a high median income. We have an amazing workforce here that are paying taxes, they're paying property taxes, they're paying sales taxes, they're keeping our economy rolling, and we really are getting the attention of all our neighbors. And I think that what's going to happen is you're going to see the opportunity for us to really get everybody's attention when businesses start moving here, bigger businesses and more so. You should try to find a way to give back to the community, whether it's at the city level, citizen committees, or just participating in some of our community conversations whenever we have those opportunities. It's worth coming out of your shell or taking that leap of faith and just showing up and saying, what can I do or how can I help? The more that we do this together, the more wonderful the community is.
Thanks for watching the Lee Summit Rundown. I'm Laura Ingeman. See you next time.
Holy Father, bless this city council and participants of this special meeting. Give us wisdom to achieve our goals. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Would you like to do a Pledge of Allegiance, everyone, real quick?
Sure.
All right. You all don't have to say it. I can do it for us if you guys are okay with that. I'll just say I pledge allegiance.
Here's a flag. If anybody reads it.
to the United States of America.
I love it.
Oh, let me start over. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. With that, I'm going to call to order the City of Lee Summit special session number 1, as amended, because there was some additions to it. So calling to order, and I need a roll call, please.
Councilmember Hodges.
Here.
Councilmember Damaro.
Here.
Councilmember Pryor.
Here.
Councilmember Shields.
Here.
Councilmember Rader.
Present.
Councilmember Lovell.
Here.
Councilmember Carlisle. Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Here.
Mayor Baird.
Here. All right. With that, with roll call, we've got 8 of us here today. Thank you all. Appreciate that. We just need an approval. Oh, I didn't do my, I didn't even open my laptop, so I'm sure most of you haven't either. So I'm going to do by voice vote, if you're all okay with that. So we will do a, I need an approval for the agenda.
Mayor, I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the agenda by Councilmember Damaro, seconded by Councilmember Shield. Discussion?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Aye.
Councilmember Baird. I'm sorry, Mayor Baird.
It's all right. I'm a council member, that's for sure. Aye. So the second item on the agenda, other than the approval, is roundtable. Would you like to share anything that's going on in your district or anything? All right, not seeing anything. Do we have any public comments? Oh wait, Councilmember Fryer.
So I just read that the Cat Cafe and Councilmember Shields in my district is open. So it's right over there next to Harbor Freight. I've not been, and I don't know that I will go, but it's exciting. Everyone's excited about it. So it's open.
Thank you.
What is that? What did she say?
A cat cafe. So I don't know. You need to look it up. I'll send you a link, but it's cats and I think maybe food, but cats mostly, and you go and hang out with cats.
Isn't it called the Sugar Kitten?
Yes.
Is that the one? Yeah. It's sugar and cats.
A lot of people love it. It's super popular.
Very good. Thank you. Do we have any public comments?
Mayor, I've not received any public comments.
Thank you. Then we will go ahead and get to business. We've got proposed ordinances. We have a second reading, and then we have 2 emergency ordinances. I don't have a special agenda, Ms. Fowler O'Curry, did you have someone designated that you wanted to read the second reading?
I did not. I didn't assign anything since we wouldn't be together.
Okay, how about it, Councilmember Shields? You want to start us off?
Certainly, Mayor. I move for adoption of Bill number 24-085, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances, Section 2-339, determination of final average salary to change the time period used for determining a member employee's final average salary from a 60 consecutive month period to a 36 consecutive month period with the Missouri Local Government Employee Retirement System.
Second.
Thank you. If you all remember right, this was, we had to have the 45-day notice, I believe is why we had to push this. That was actually the original intention of this meeting. So we voted on this clear back on it went through finance and budget clear back in May, and then June 4th was when it was first read by council. So is there any discussion on this? Okay, I have a motion by Councilmember Shields, seconded by Councilmember Hodges, I believe. Is that correct? Yeah. All right, I'm not seeing any discussion, so could I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Shields.
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges.
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell.
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor.
Aye.
Councilmember Rader.
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. Thanks. So that was 8-0 with 1 absent. So thank you all. And then we have these emergency ordinances. We've discussed this a little bit. Could I get someone to read the first bill 24-117? DeMauro, would you do that for us? All right,
Yes. I move to advance to this is second reading, yeah. Bill number 24-117, an ordinance approving the FY 2025 Property and Liability Insurance Program, authorizing the city manager to enter an agreement with Chubb Insurance and Travelers Insurance for FY 2025 and appropriating funds therefore, and authorizing the city attorney to approve claim settlements in the amounts not to exceed $20,000 per claim, and the city manager to approve claim settlements up to $75,000 per claim, all as an emergency ordinance pursuant to sections 313 F1 and 3 of the charter for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Councilmember DeMauro to move to second reading bill number 24-117, and a second by Councilmember Hodges. Before we begin, Mr. Head, since it's an emergency ordinance, are we going to be reading this to move to second reading and for adoption?
Yes, you'll do 2 readings. The first reading was for second reading, and then the next one will be for approval. and the emergency basis is in the ordinance itself.
Okay. And then, Mr. Dunning, do you or staff want to queue this up for discussion? Would it be better, or do you want us to just start asking questions?
Either way, if you'd like a brief introduction to these matters, we're certainly prepared to do that. But if you just want to take questions, we're prepared to respond to those as well.
How about Mr. Head? Do you want to maybe start us off with initial discussion points?
Yeah, I can give a brief summary, Mayor. So the every year about this time, it becomes time for our liability property insurance line renewal. And we do have representatives from Lockton here today. So Trent Todd and Maggie Schwartz are here. They can answer more technical questions. I'm just going to give you a quick kind of brief hit about the differences from last year to this year. One of the issues, I think, and one of the reasons that this has taken longer than it normally does, as has been described to us, is that the property market in the Midwest, and especially with cities, is kind of a mess right now. There are insurers that are pulling back. In fact, Travelers, as you'll see here in a minute, has pulled back. And so it's been difficult. Rates have gone high because of all of the storms that we've had, hail, wind, tornadoes, all of that sort of thing, especially in the Midwest. The market is apparently in real flux right now. The only difference in carriers from last year to this year is that last year we were able to, Travelers provided all of the property insurance. They provided the real property insurance. This year, Travelers was only willing to write a maximum of $200 million. And our property amount that we need to insure is something around $335 million. And by the time we would have had to gone for excess with Travelers, it would have been significantly more. So instead, we did receive a bid from Chubb. Now, Chubb also had a lower amount on the primary coverage, but then also offered an excess through a Chubb affiliate, Chubb Bermuda. And it kept our rates more in line from what I understand talking with our folks in Lockton. Our deductibles pretty much still, they're all $250,000 as they were last year. And sort of the bottom line number is our total rate, or our total cost is going from $819 per year to $999. So about $180,000 increase makes it about 11% increase. And as I understand it, that's actually pretty good in the market that we're in right now. It's actually not a bad renewal, even though it does seem like a lot of money. But I'm more than happy to let Maggie or Trent, either one, answer any questions or provide more information for the council.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll open it up for discussion.
Mayor?
Yes, Councilmember Lovell.
I would just like to corroborate what Mr. Head so eloquently described. I had a chance to kind of look through everything, and it is in line. In fact, probably performing better than what the open market is as far as renewal rates and capacity, and much of what he said is accurate. So I think this is well within market expectations, if not a little bit better. And anyway, would be in support of approving this proposal.
Okay, well, that's helpful, because I was gonna ask you specifically what your opinion was of all this, since it's your area of expertise and such. So, other council members? Okay. So I just want to make sure that I do understand, though, that you've spent the last 30 days kind of mitigating this to the best of your ability. Isn't that kind of how it came about? Bids were coming in, and then you checked more options and tweaked things. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty accurate, but we've actually started on it 120 days out. So we've been working on it for, a few months now. It's just the marketplace is reacting very slow as it relates to property.
Okay. Very good. Okay. I'm not seeing any further discussion, so I would ask for roll call vote, please.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Shields,
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
and Mayor Baird.
Aye. All right, very good. Let's move to second reading unanimously. Councilmember DeMauro, would you please read it for adoption?
Thank you, Mayor. I move for adoption, oops, I lost the number. Bill number 24117, an ordinance approving the FY 2025 Property and Liability Insurance Program, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Chubb Insurance and Travelers Insurance for FY 2025 and appropriating funds therefore, and authorizing the city attorney to approve claim settlements in amounts not to exceed $20,000 per claim, and the city manager to approve claim settlements up to $75,000 per claim, all as an emergency ordinance pursuant to Section 313 F1 and 3 of the Charter for the city of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion to adopt Bill number 24-117 by Councilmember DeMauro, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Okay, I would just say to Mr. Todd and Ms. Schwartz, thanks for continuing to work on this so we can help meet our deadlines on it. It came down to crunch time here as we start our new budget in a few days. So thank you for your efforts there.
No worries. Thank you.
And with that, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Shields,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. All right, and then we have one more. We have Bill number 24-118. Do I have a volunteer? Mayor Pro Tem Lopez, would you read that one?
Sure. I move for second reading. Bill number 24-118, an ordinance approving the fiscal year ending 2025 workers' compensation excess renewal policy, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Midwest Employers for the deposit premium of $138,516 and authorizing the city attorney to approve claim settlements, the amounts not to exceed $20,000 per claim, and the city manager to approve claim settlements of up to $75,000 per claim, all as an emergency ordinance pursuant to sections 3.13 F1 and 3 of the Charter of Lee Summit, Missouri.
All right.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion to move to second reading, Bill number 24-118 by Mayor Pro Tem Lopez, seconded by Councilmember DeMauro. Discussion. I'm assuming Councilmember Lovell, your same comments apply to this one? Yep. Thank you. Any other discussion? I'm sorry, Ms. Schwartz, what is it you're drinking in the middle of my meeting? I'm teasing.
It's just a Red Bull. That's all.
Councilmember Lovell needs a Red Bull. He's been yawning.
In the insurance industry, we live on Celsius and Red Bull and coffee. That's pretty much it. Oh, and Zen.
All right. Can I get a roll call vote, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Councilmember Shields,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. Okay, that also moves to second reading unanimously. Mayor Pro Tem Lopez, would you please read for adoption?
Yes, I'll have to drink my energy drink too, so.
Hey, Mayor, before we do that, Councilmember Pryor had a question, and I don't think you saw her hand just a minute ago.
No, I did not.
I was just making sure it was okay that I participated in that one.
Yes.
Will you let me know if there's not, if I'm assuming it's just the loggers one, correct?
It was just the loggers one, yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So I now move for adoption of Bill number 24-118, an ordinance approving the fiscal year 2025 workers' compensation excess renewal policy, authorizing the city manager to enter into an agreement with Midwest employers for the deposit premium of $138,516, authorizing the city attorney to approve claim settlements in the amounts of not to exceed $20,000 per claim, and the city manager to approve claim settlements of up to $75,000 per claim as an emergency ordinance pursuant to sections 3.13 of the Charter of Lee Summit, Missouri.
All right, we have a motion to adopt Bill number 24-118 by Mayor Pro Tem Lopez.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Hodges. Thank you. Discussion. I would say that my wife never allowed Red Bull in the house. And when my kids were growing up, they were going to these, where you get up at 5 a.m. to get them to the game on the weekend. I would sneak a Red Bull for myself. And then recently, my kids were ratting me out to my wife that I was doing that and also letting them have sips. And I could not believe that they do. Why do your kids do that to you? You took care of them, you gave them some Red Bull, and then they rat you out. But
They love their mom more.
yeah, they want to see her get mad at me. That's what's going on. Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote?
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Shields,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. Okay, we got through the main business of this meetings. I'll rush through a couple of these other items. Thank you all for being here again. Committee reports, anything? We don't have another meeting until, council meeting until July 2 + 7, 9th, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was going to let you all know I will not be in attendance for that meeting.
Mayor,
Yes, Councilmember Shields.
we do have a Finance and Budget Committee meeting July 1st at 4 o'clock. I don't know where I was going with February.
Okay, thank you. All right, council comments. Staff roundtable.
Mayor, may I say happy 4th of July to everybody?
Absolutely. Yes. Happy 4th. Legacy Blast. I usually watch it from my brother's backyard instead of at Legacy because he lives right beside. So it's always fun. Mr. Dunning?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. I want to thank everybody for jumping on to help us get this across the finish line on all of these matters. So thank you for that. I know there's somebody on Zoom today that we wish happy birthday. So happy birthday to Mayor Pro Tem Lopez. And then just a quick advisory. I caught this on the news last night, but we've been, I've shared with you, we as staff have been talking a lot about World Cup planning and preparedness. And on the news last night was, I think, unfortunate that the executive director for the KC26 organizing group that was planning for this for the region has stepped down from that post. And then Brian Platt, who was on the board as the city manager for Kansas City, has also stepped down. So I think that will have impacts on our ability to continue to plan and prepare for World Cup. But I wanted to make sure everybody was aware of that recent news because I do think it will have impacts on our ability to come together as a region and plug into everything that we need to be prepared for that. So that's all I got. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you. Thanks for keeping us updated. Okay, with that, I'm going to adjourn this meeting at 12:26. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Happy 4th, everyone.